This is me literally 3 minutes after my baby had the most crazy meltdown on our flight to New York. And at that point, we haven't even taken off yet. Hi, my name is Ksenia, and yes, I'm that mom with a screaming baby on a plane. But here I am. I survived. And in this video, I would like to share with you my experience with my first ever flight with a 6-month-old baby. Let's get started. Parents, never do priority boarding. Many airlines offer early boarding for parents with young kids. And at first we thought like, wow, that's so thoughtful, and of course we used this opportunity. It turned out to be our first and biggest mistake during this trip. We had 2 5-hour flights to New York and back home. But the toughest part of this whole airport flying experience wasn't even the flight itself, the 5-hour flight, but actually the waiting time after the boarding and before taking off. Yes, actually those 20, 30, maybe even 40 minutes on a plane you spend after early boarding. And this is the exact moment my baby had the most crazy meltdown. So if I could travel in time and talk to myself in the past, I would say, Ksenia, don't do this early boarding thing. Let yourself be that person entering the plane on the very last call, but save your baby tears. It might sound crazy, but it actually works. On most airlines, babies under the age of 2 can travel at no charge if they're traveling in a lap of their parents. Yay! I think that's awesome, and to be honest, I didn't know that before I had a baby. But there is a teeny tiny thing you actually have to think about, and I'm talking about carrying the baby during the whole flight. Let's be honest, it can be challenging for both parent and the baby. However, before our trip, thankfully and luckily, I came across a great solution that helped me to keep my baby, my almost 20-pound baby, in my laps for more than 5 hours straight during our flight and even feel rather comfortable. And I'm talking about nursing pillow. I brought my boppy as my carry-on, placed it in my laps, and put a baby on it, as if I were nursing him. This way I didn't have to actually carry his weight, so I felt pretty comfortable, and I even could move my hands to grab a snack or have a drink. But on our way back home, I discovered even more comfortable position. And believe me, this is a game changer. This time I placed my baby not like as I was nursing him, but along my legs, so the pillow supported him from the sides. I actually didn't have to hold him at all. I just supported him. And he felt so comfortable that he slept all the time he was laying in that position. And by the way, I also was able to had a quick nap. That was a great bonus. Let's talk about carry-ons. Babies can travel at no charge, and their stuff actually too. I know it may be obvious for many of you, but I actually didn't know that. So just to clarify, baby stroller, diaper bag, nursing pillow as I mentioned already, and even breast pump if you are using one, do not count as carry-on items. So you don't actually have to worry about paying to bring all this stuff with you. One more thing about feeding your baby. As I already mentioned, you can have your breast pump with you, as already pump milk too. But if you are breastfeeding, like me for example, there are some good news too. Most of the airports, or all the airports I've been to, have dedicated nursing rooms or something like that. This is so awesome because I, for example, am not used to nursing in public places, and I am extremely grateful to people who thought about that. Thank you very much. However, there is no such room on a plane. Obviously, you can use a bottle, but I noticed that nursing actually calms baby down Not like a milk, but the process itself, I guess. So I decided to nurse my baby on a plane, especially while we were taking off and landing. As I already mentioned, I'm not a big fan of nursing in public, but here we are. So I just used a regular cotton blanket to cover myself and the baby. There are specific nursing covers, but regular blankets worked well for me, and I definitely recommend taking one of those with you on your trip. Actually, having blankets with you has a lot of pros. On our flight to New York, we tried to put our son to sleep for almost an hour while we were waiting at the airport, and this didn't work well. So on our way back home, we did the totally opposite thing. I just laid out another blanket right in the middle of the airport on the floor and set my baby free. So my baby boy was actually super happy and entertained for longer than an hour, and actually he was quite exhausted by the time we had to be boarding on a plane. And believe me or not, he peacefully fell asleep just a few minutes after we boarded. Sound too good to be true? Yeah, because he actually woke up in the middle of the flight and just started to scream and cry. I guess he was just afraid. But traveling with a baby came out to be much easier than I expected it to be. And in this video, I just wanted to share my experience, my tips, my mistakes that I hope also might be helpful for you during your trip with your little ones. Thank you very much for being with me today. I hope you like this video, and if so, give it a thumb up. And if you'd like to, please go and subscribe to my channel for more content like that. I wish you all a good day and see you in my next video. Bye!